She's outside the White House now for us with all the latest. Hi, Kayla.
Hi, Wilfred. The president hailing it as a substantial phase one deal, first part of a potential three-phase deal that he says delivers on all of his trade promises with China, a currency pledge on transparency, a deal to have up to $50 billion in purchases of agriculture, the opening of China's market to U.S. financial services companies and other foreign-owned financial services companies without Chinese investors. He says the deal is not yet written and that certain other issues will be dealt with separately, one of them being the licenses for Huawei, another being Treasury's previous designation of China as a currency manipulator. The president says that it was better to do this deal in phases because it dealt with such big issues, that he's confident this time around it's different, that the deal will get written, that he and President Xi, he says, while anything can happen, he feels good about the prospects for a signing in just a few weeks' time. And that is one of the reasons, among many, Wilfred, that you saw the market rise on this news today.
Kayla, thanks so much. Outstanding reporting throughout the day. Kayla Tausche for us there. A couple other points to note. Huawei not included in this deal. The president saying that the Fed should still cut rates regardless, and the currency manipulation designation could possibly be removed. That headline coming from Secretary Mnuchin during those comments in the Oval Office we were just listening to. Let's bring in Derek Scissors, resident scholar at the American Enterprise Institute, where he focuses on U.S. economic relations with Asia. Derek, gauge for us what you think was achieved today, how secure it is, and what's still left to be done?
Well, I do think something was achieved today, because if we didn't do this, we were on course for more tariff hikes and more retaliation. So you have to walk before you can run. We only took a few steps walking. They couldn't get to a deal that postpones the 1215 tariff yet. But step one, and the president's calling it phase one, we're not even at to phase one yet, but step one of phase one needed to happen, and it was successful today.
You know, Derek, we listened into some of those comments, and as it was translated, he said we've had very good communication, made substantial progress, we're happy about it. Seemed pretty deferential. What can you read further into what he had to say about how this deal went down on behalf of the Chinese?
So on the Chinese side, they were very alarmed by the president. And the president left Osaka sounding like he sounded today. We're going to have a huge deal. It's beyond trade. It's to world peace. And then he got very angry at the Chinese about agriculture purchases and hit them with new tariffs. And they were looking to avoid that. And that's Liu He's primary goal here, which is take those tariffs off the table. The Chinese can survive an election year in the U.S., but they don't want to be hit again the way President Trump hit them in July and August.
Derek, what do you expect can be achieved after phase one is inked, assuming that it is? Once that's done, is bargaining power kind of out of the window from the U.S. side?
Well, there'll still be the tariffs, list one, list two, list three, which is $250 billion, possibly the first list four, part of list four, which was September 1st. So the U.S. still has some bargaining power. However, I just don't think you get trade deals done in an election year. I think there's just, the Democratic nominee will be attacking the president. The Congress will be very tense about China relations. So I do think they'll finish phase one, and they'll talk about phase two, but trade in an election year is tough for everyone at all times, and I think this is probably going to be it.